Hey everyone, welcome back to Linux Weekly, daily Wednesdays where we sit back, relax, take that midweek break, talk about some of the fun things going on in the world of Linux and open source. And Vince Stone, that is Joe Bryant, talking with everybody watching us live over here on YouTube at LWDW, 3 p.m.-ish, 3:45 is more like it. So yeah, 3:45 is 3 p.m.-ish, depending, on what type of friend you are. We always have those friends that are like, hey man, you're going to get here at 3. And they'll be like, oh, they'll get here about 3:45. And they're like, yeah, you said 3. It's close enough. But
yeah,
if you want to be on the money, just click the bell, get the notification. Do what I do. You don't need to put it in your calendar or like make notes. It'll send you a notification if you click that bell and subscribe to the channel. I'd also appreciate it. It'd be pretty cool. This week we got Kernel Linux, Linux Kernel.
Yeah, a new one.
617. Just going to tell you about that. New Cosmic Beta from System 76. So it's getting there, man. It's moving forward.
Yeah.
Raspberry Pi, Rainbowtron Clockmaster 500 Plus series, all-in-one keyboard is out. We're going to take a look at that. And the mythical, much like the Linux tablet or a really good Linux phone, an open source printer has been promised to us, powered by a Raspberry Pi Zero W. We're going to see what they're offering and if that could potentially be what we've been looking for and been waiting for. For those of us who wouldn't mind having a printer laying around, but we don't want like the DRM encumbered nightmare that the printing has become these days.
Yeah.
So before we do that, at the end of last week, I was like, Joe, maybe you'll get to go to your Disneyland weekend this weekend.
Yeah.
And Joe was like, no, we'll take a break, man. Take some rest. What ended up transpiring?
Oh, so yeah, we finally went to Disneyland this last weekend. Usually go monthly, but Steve husband has been working a lot, so it was delayed by a week. But we made it there, and it was for a very special occasion. Today is our wedding anniversary. Woohoo! October 1st.
Oh, how many people are like, oh, it's already October. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever October 1st comes around, I'm always like, wow, the year went fast.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I forget, I've never been like big on dates, like anniversaries, birthdays. I'm surprised I was able to remember phone numbers back in the day, Jill.
Oh, okay.
When it comes to stuff like that, like you're like, what was your birthday? I'm like, give me a minute. Let me go find my passport. Yeah. So yeah, it's good. It's good that you remember. Hopefully Steve remembers.
Yes, he did.
Right.
He does when I remind him.
All right. There we go. Yeah, see, that's the spirit. Be like, all right. Happy anniversary to you two lovable weirdos. What have I been playing around with? Okay.
Yeah.
Monday is traditionally my day off, everybody. And by day off, I mean, I don't have anything like hard scheduled. I'm like, I don't have any meetings, a couple of emails, but on a perfect Monday, I just like hop in a car and go drive somewhere, get out of the house, go play around. And I told you last week about this dragon that showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Q6A.
Awesome. So cute.
Developer board, like whatever, it's not out, not much documentation on it. But it had that UFS module, which is like the same memory that's in a Nintendo Switch too. It's like, it's really fast. And it's in eMMC format. You just click on the back of it. And I'm like, I want to see if this stuff lives up to the hype. Because, we're talking like gigabyte a second plus on the low end for like reads and writes. And I'm like, I really want to try that out. Of course, I do not have a UFS reader or writer.
Oh.
What's one to do? I'm like, well, if I just get it booted, maybe I'll figure something out. So I ended up going on an all day long Monday adventure of figuring out exactly how to do that with some built-in limitations. And yeah, it's the firmware. Again, this is like pre-release stuff. So you go to the website, you go to the Discord, you go to the forums, they all three have different versions of firmware floating around. It's still in that phase. like trying to piece together the puzzles to get the firmware updated, to get it booted. Ended up having to build my own custom, version of Armbian to then use effectively the BIOS flashing utility to sneak that information to the UFS module when it was plugged into the board into like flash mode. Probably shouldn't do that, but it worked. And just tested it out, get it up and running. Why? Well, instead of like a Rockchip or Broadcom, like you'd find in all of the Rockchip 3588 stuff or the Raspberry Pi, this is a Qualcomm part, which is a octo-core. And I wanted to see how, just ballpark it because it's so early in development. I'm like, well, where does it sit compared to like my Rock 5 ITX Plus and things like that? So there's a forum post on Interfacing Linux if you want to go peek around and follow that. And I also wanted to have that documented when these do come out, which I don't know when they come out. I'm guessing like in the next couple of weeks. Because when you get something like this, you'll just buy it. I don't think these are going to be terribly expensive, and you get it home and you want to play with it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I want people to be able to get it, grab it, and get to playing as quick as possible. So that's why it's all documented and laid out. So you can follow along and be like, oh, okay, get it up and running. And you'll have a system outside of because, Raspberry Pi's one thing I give them all kind of credit for is their software ecosystem. You go to Raspberry Pi, you download Raspberry Pi OS, or, there's others, but Raspberry Pi OS is fleshed out. It's good. It's got, the repo, a bunch of software with it. When you're dealing with like, Banana Pi, Orange Pi, Rosda, or like whoever else, what you end up getting is like an image that they have that boots. Just as like a proof of concept, basically. And you want more than that. And usually that means getting Armbian up and working on it, which, you can build Armbian against Trixie, Debian 13, or Ubuntu LTS. I did both just to test about. So yeah, go give that a read if you want, or not. I don't know. I thought it was fun.
Yay.
I thought it was interesting. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Kernel Linux. Because I said Kernel Linux at the beginning, and I'm not going to correct myself. I'm just going to roll with it. Kernel Linux 6.17.
Yeah. So, it's always exciting when we have a new Linux kernel release. And it's one of my favorite things to talk about here on LWW because, yes, this is a Linux podcast, and the Linux kernel is the most important thing. So
no, it's not. It's how much bling I got on my desktop. Look at it.
Aw. So we get the usual hardware enablement and system updates to keep our, machines running smoothly. So Linus Torvalds, our beloved creator of Linux, has released Linux kernel 6.17. Linux 6.17 adds support for Intel Xe3 integrated graphics found in upcoming Panther Lake laptops and adds proper webcam support for the Intel IPU7 driver for Lunar Lake chips. And for AMD hybrid graphics, there is SmartMux support to automatically switch between integrated and discrete GPUs, optimizing power usage and performance. And there is support now for Lenovo WMI gaming series drivers for the Legion Go and Legion Go S handhelds. Also, there are new changes that help modern NVMe and SCSI SSDs last longer and perform better by allowing the kernel to write zeros efficiently without actual I/O operations, which reduces drive wear. And that's a big one. It's amazing how every kernel, is optimizing this hardware. It's really wonderful. And there's also major performance boosts for the default Ubuntu file system, ext4, by improving block allocation scalability under heavy input-output tasks. And there is also improved Linux support on Apple M1 and M2 Macs with the SMC driver now enabling proper rebooting. So for people who are having issues with that, that is working now. And there is now mainline support for Asus ZenBook, A14 Snapdragon, X1 Plus, and Elite ARM-based laptops. That's very very exciting news. We've been talking about this for the last, I think, over a year, Ven, about this compatibility and getting it to work.
We've been waiting on it.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yes, it's been a minute.
And, shout out to, the team, Asahi, doing all the stuff, getting that stuff pushed up to the kernel too, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, there are further improvements to the MacBook Pro Touch Bar functionality on Intel-based models, which is wonderful because those machines are going to be deprecated by a newer version of Mac OS. And of course, it'll work on Linux. And this one came out of the blue. There is kernel mapping support for F13 through F24 keys on PS2 keyboards. That is awesome. I have a couple PST keyboards with all those F keys.
I don't know, man. Like some of my old Sun keyboards, like they go past 11 to 12 to 13 to 14. And I know like some of the old, like, what was the connector for PS2? AT something?
Yeah.
You've seen the pictures of like the double row function keys, like back when we didn't know what we was doing.
Yeah.
So
I had them when I was working in the late 80s, early 90s as a cashier many, many moons ago. I had them on POS systems. In fact, I still have a POS keyboard that has all the F keys to 24. It's amazing. And yeah, like Ven said, the Sun computers, some of the older IBM clicky keyboards, spring-loaded keyboards have those. And so that was really cool that there's a continued retro support for those of us that collect vintage computers and retro hardware. And for those of us using Ubuntu 24.04 LTS, we'll get the Linux kernel 6.17 release in early 2026 in the hardware enablement update, so we won't have to wait too long. Also, Ubuntu 25.10 already ships with the new kernel, which is really cool. And you'll get it sooner in your rolling releases as soon as it's pushed out to the repos.
Cool. There's also like one other thing that transpired. I know some of you are into the home labbing and you get your NASs sitting around your house. That is of importance because I've been playing around with a DIY NAS kit, so I'm getting up to speed. We can hang out pretty soon. I'll understand your talk. But something I was made aware of, you did a little bit of a drama between Bcachefs, which you might be running.
Yes.
A little bit of spat in the kernel mailing list, and Linus was like, you need to slow down here. We're trying to shove everything in at once, and dude was like, I do what I want. And Linus was like, okay, bye. That ended predictably. So Bcachefs is no longer part of the Linux kernel. With this, it's going to be available as DKMS module. Not a big deal. It's something you should be aware of during the upgrade. If you're going to be going to 617, but you're probably not going to be doing that on your NAS anyway. You're probably running like 612, some long-term support there, or like 6.1 or something like that. So something to keep in mind. Cool.
Definitely, Ven.
I was running an Edge kernel last night on this Dragon. I got like 617 Edge just because that was the latest Edge kernel. I didn't pick it out for any other particular reason, but it boots. So good on you, kernel. Good on you.
Yay.
Pop OS. We were talking in the pre-show. You got to come check it out live. But I got a very, very incredibly underpowered x86 quad-core Intel part that I wanted to torture. And I was joking with Jill. I was like, I wonder if I could put this new Pop OS beta on it just to watch it scream. Not to like fault Pop OS, but it fascinates me. You'll see like somebody trying to put like Windows 10 on like a 486, something like that, right? Like you just watch it, you're like, can it do it? But this should do that and a lot more. It's in beta now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is fantastic news. The much anticipated System 76 Pop OS 24.04 long-term support with the new Rust-based Cosmic Desktop Beta is out for you to play with. And I'm sporting one of my Cosmic System 76 official t-shirts today, which those of you that are listening to our audio stream can't see. But
To give everybody a very detailed breakdown, it is a shirt. It has sleeves, and it has the word cosmic written on
yes.
it. Yes.
It sure does. Cosmic by System 76. And the new Cosmic desktop environment developed by System 76 is largely feature complete for this new beta release. And several GNOME applications have been replaced by their new Cosmic counterparts, including GNOME Files. Nautilus, otherwise known as Nautilus, is replaced by Cosmic Files. GNOME Terminal is replaced by Cosmic Terminal. GNOME Text Editor is replaced by Cosmic Text Editor. And the GNOME Media Player Totem is replaced by the Cosmic Media Player. Also, the term Pop Shop and the Software Center Pop Shop is replaced by the Cosmic Store. So that makes sense, although I do like the Pop Shop. That is kind of a cute name. But Cosmic Store makes sense for their new Cosmic desktop. So the Pop! OS 24.04 Cosmic Beta is built on Linux kernel 6.16.3, which is a fairly recent kernel. We just talked about 6.17. Mesa 25.1.5-1, and the NVIDIA ISO includes the NVIDIA driver 580. And so to upgrade from Pop! OS 22.04 LTS, you should back up your current install, of course, and run pop-upgrade space release space upgrade space TAC-F from the terminal. And this is a beta, so expect bugs and report them.
It is a beta. It's a perfect time to like change that command and alias it to YOLO.
Yeah, definitely.
Just go for it.
And you know, many of the major bugs are listed in the System 76 Pop Beta blog, linked in our show notes. And so there's quite a few in there that are listed, so you could go check those out. And I had received the press release for the beta before the official announcement and upgraded one of my Pop! OS machines that day, like within a few hours of getting the press release. And the installation worked great for me, as did the more recent alpha release. But something I ran into when testing games that System 76 mentions in the blog. Gaming is working well, but we expect to need more fixes in our X-Wayland implementation for the release candidate. Some games may start partially off-screen, press F11 or Super F11 to full screen the game. Goat Simulator is one example. Well, this happened to me when playing Classic Portal on my 49-inch ultra-wide, but the F11 to full screen the game fix worked for me. So that was great. That worked out of the box. And I'm sure that will be completely fixed in the next release of the beta.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. When you're dealing with Wayland, sometimes it's complex.
But I'm not, Jill. Hi, I'm over here on Debian 13 with XFCE
Yeah.
4 and X11. Why? Because it works. Have fun with your F11 keys, kids. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It comes in two flavors. You get, the open sourcey version, for like open source NVIDIA drivers and all that stack. It's like 2.7 gigabyte download. And if you want the one with the NVIDIA bits, it's a little over 3 gigs. So, yeah, go play with it, download it, put it on a machine. If you want, see the ripping apart of GNOME as it happens in real time, getting rid of the files, the terminal, the text editor. I better still be able to install gedit.
Yes.
Or you're dead to me, because that's my default.
Yes.
I bounce between Nano and gedit. Why?
Yeah.
No other reason than that's just what I always use. Personal preference. Doing their own media player. I mean, everything's just a front end MPV anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Pretty cool. And like any distro, we need to create our own individual application store. So yeah, no more Pop Shop.
Yeah. Cosmic Shop.
That's tragic. That's tragic. I'm going to say it, man. Pop Shop. I'd never heard of that. I'm like, that's that. And Jill's like, they got rid of it. I'm like, oh, man.
Oh.
See, my heart just immediately broken. Just like it's raw. Maybe it'll grow on me. Go check it out, system76.com/pop. Yeah.
-beta.
You can probably just do it with pop, though, can't you?
Yeah. Once you go to pop, you'll find your way there.
All right.
Like those little bubbles, pop them.
Who remembers the Raspberry Pi 500? Jill got one.
Yeah, mine was the 400. I never picked up the 5.
You never got the 500. You got the 400.
No.
Okay.
But now,
the grandpappy.
Yeah, but now I want this one because it's got 16 gigs of RAM.
16 megs of RAM. Let me tell you about
16 megs.
Yeah, the original Pi 500 or the keyboard.
The 400 had 4.
And the 500 had 8.
Yeah.
Keyboard built into it, all in one unit. Raspberry Pi, you carry it around with you. It came in the Raspberry Pi case color, white top, that reddish color at the bottom, plug in HDMI. Noodle in it with an SD card, didn't have NVMe or any of that. Pretty cool though. I mean, it was reasonably fast. Raspberry Pi 5, powerful computer, pretty okay keyboard, ultimate PC experience. They say, I don't know about that, man. That might be stretching it, but it wasn't a bad piece of kit for like $90, dude.
Yeah.
I think $90 is like, yeah, okay, I could see that. Well, now everybody, it's got a big brother.
Yay.
It does. The Raspberry Pi 500 Plus. Look at it. Wrap your eyeballs around that, audio listeners. This one happens to be all white, but it's got some different accessories. It's powered by the same Raspberry Pi 5. No, it did get a bump to 16 gigs of the memory RAM. And
yay,
an actual M.2 socket for your NVMe drive. How about that?
Sweet.
How about that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
The thing with the keyboard is the real selling point, Jill. Because no more just functional keyboard. No, we're done with that. This is also a functional keyboard, but it is a clicky keyboard so you can make noise. Yay, you got a noisemaker built into your Pi now, finally.
And it's got RGB unicorn vomit.
The absolute best part is this individually addressable RGB LEDs. So not only can you make it blink, you can make it make noise. This is truly revolutionary. And it's also $200. So that's just for the base kit. $220 if you want the desktop kit. They give you like a power adapter and a book or something like that. Really seems aimed at the blinky noisemaker collector crowd. Like when I'm just looking at it, and I'm sure they're going to pick it up. They might type on it once, power it on once, and like put it on their display shelf. You know the crowd I'm talking about. Nothing wrong with that. But I kind of feel that's where this is aimed. Yeah. So
definitely
look at it. But you've got an actual NVMe slot on it. So you win all the prizes. $200 is a bit of a jump. It's $110 more premium that you're going to be paying for that in M.2, another 8 gigs of RAM, and a noisy keyboard. Not like super noisy. What type of switches are on here, man? Did they say?
Yeah, Jeff Geerling said, I'm forgetting.
Gateron KS33 blue
Gaterons.
switch.
Yeah, okay.
So
I know they're the real clicky ones, so blue.
They make noise. They make noise when you type. And like I understand like in the noisemaker keyboard community, like there's different levels of like acceptable noise and people prefer noisier or less noisier keyboards, but like there's a hard divide between I want my keyboard to be like this cup of tea, everybody. Quiet,
yeah.
All right, so have fun with that. Maybe you can put them like louder switches or something. Stems, I don't know, man. It blinks, Jill. I know you love it. You're excited, right?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. Although I couldn't use it as far as a keyboard here at my desk while we're doing our podcast because it would be too loud and Ben would not be happy.
The mental gymnastics and work I've dealt over the years, and a very common question I get, Jill Bryan, I love that you bring that up, is that right there. How do I set my microphone so it doesn't pick up my mechanical keyboard?
Yeah.
And it truly, in a very medieval sense, perplexes me that it never crosses anyone's mind.
Yeah.
To get a keyboard that doesn't make noise when you type. When you have a microphone right on top of it.
Right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Never crosses their mind. I'm like,
yeah.
You want to do all these like gymnastics and like stuff to try to minimize? I was like, well, just get a good membrane keyboard. They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just a really quiet mechanical. Like I got a brown one right now and it's really, really quiet.
Yeah, it still picks up when you type.
I know.
It does.
I know. It does.
And that's
even
even being noise gated like here in a very professional environment in the studio. And Jill intentionally does it as quiet as she can because she understands. It's like, my keyboard's a noisemaker.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So, Jeff Geerling, like I said earlier, he actually did an excellent YouTube video reviewing the Raspberry Pi 500 Plus and getting an AMD RX 7900 XT GPU working with it. And because the Raspberry Pi 500 Plus has 16 gigabytes of RAM in it, you can game on it much smoother. So he was playing Super Tex Kart and a few other racing games really smoothly on it. So he was excited about that. Ooh, we can game on this one. and Ven, you can go and test all the games too on it.
Why would I want to test gaming on a Pi 5? If I bought a Raspberry Pi 5, that would be the least powerful single board computer I have in this house.
This is true. This is very true. I agree.
What do I play on my ARM systems? Cyberpunk.
But yeah, I remember playing Portal on my Raspberry 400, and it would occasionally get stuck a little bit and then move forward, because it was running it virtually, but with the Raspberry Pi 500 Plus, it'll play a lot better.
And again, this comes back to what I was talking about earlier. Everybody loves watching hardware get tortured.
Yes.
This is a perfect example of like torturing hardware. Can it run it? And that's what I mean. You're like, can we at least get it up and running in any state whatsoever? So it's good to see. Go check out Jeff's video as well. I'm sure it is fantastic.
Yes.
$200 so. We've come a long way from the $35 Raspberry Pi, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Maybe they'll offer this in a non-noise making Blinky edition.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and then it would be probably about, let's say, 50%, $50 lower, or 60 or something like that.
Maybe. Even like 150's got a big, because I could see, I think about this not as a, how do I put this? More like a utility thing. Like maybe I'm in an ecosystem where I have to interact a lot with like ARM V7 or like what I'm in the Arch 64 ecosystem, and it's useful for me to have a portable device that I can throw in my pack and carry with me and pull out. Like you don't want to pull out one that makes noise and blinks.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. You don't want to be in that environment and be like, whoop, ding, click, click, and it shut it everywhere. So yeah, maybe they'll make a toned down one, just a little bit. Let me know what you think down in the comments over on YouTube at LWDW, because that's going to wrap it up for us this week. Hope you like it. Like and subscribe. All the fun stuff. Podcast is available anywhere. Oh yeah, we got one more, don't we?
Then we have something other cool that you need to talk about.
Oh, I thought I was going to be able to keep it a secret.
Oh, okay.
Fine. We need to talk about the open printer.
It's amazing.
An open hardware printer. You can actually understand, repair, and upgrade. At least that's the claim. They announced a color printer powered by a Raspberry Pi Zero W, and it's using cups, the open source print server, and HP compatible cartridges. It accepts regular print rolls and A4 and A3 sheets, which is pretty cool. However, I would very much like a way to figure out how to keep the ink fresh between the 1 to 3 years. That I need to actually print something still. I thought it was a very neat project. Actual utility. It's a DIY thing. I'm sure they'll offer one that's like pre-assembled and all that. Wouldn't mind getting one in for testing on interfacing Linux. Maybe, maybe not. But it would be fun to stick one together in front of everybody and show them that it does work. The project is launching soon. Don't know. No pricing information available. But it looks like a printer that you would have on your desk.
Yeah.
It does.
It's very minimal.
Yeah, it's got like a little roll feeder for, just small like receipt type stuff. And you can, hand feed it pieces of paper. It's got a little OLED screen on the front for statuses, works over Wi-Fi, so you don't have to worry about setting it up. Or you can plug it into the USBs. Having an open source printer, I did a, just to be on top of everything before the show. Like I say, anybody ever made one? Because I know people are like, we need open source printer because modern printers are just encumbered, at least the ink cartridges are, more and more so the printers themselves, with DRM. And you have to keep that in mind. Like, can I buy your replacement cartridge that is not officially TM mark copyright? A lot of times that answer is no, and you got to like do things to bypass that, and you don't want to deal with that. So, did a search outside of a couple of hobby projects. So having something like this, in the, how much are people willing to pay for a printer in 2025? An inkjet printer, that's going to be the thing. It depends on what the batch size is for something like this. If they could get it in at under $200, they probably got something.
Yeah.
Especially like for a DIY kit, if they're going to try to boutique this stuff up and they're like, $300-400, it's going to be a non-starter outside. Yeah, I'm sure they'll sell out, but like for like practical use, you get what I'm saying? Something that people would pick up. Yeah. Wish them all the best with this, because like getting that out there, getting the designs out there, and let people start hacking on it for those rare times that you need a printer. And yeah, Joe, you can just plug anything into it, right? Pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I was impressed by the connectivity. It's got USB Type A, Type C, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. So it'll connect to everything. And that also makes a great travel printer as well if you have a laptop. And, it's really cool that the open printer will print on a continuous roll of paper and automatically cut the pages to size, which is it kind of harkens back to the older days of printing. But it's nice that feature is there. Or you can use standard pre-cut sheets in the usual letter or tabloid A4, A5, size.
Yeah, A4, A3, 27 millimeter. Like you're good with that. Black and white, you're going to be getting 600 DPI, 1200 DPI for color. So nothing crazy there. Print head compatibility, HP 63 or 302 if you're in Europa. So question mark on, they do say the print cartridges are going to be refillable. So speed to be determined. Which means they're still in the how fast can we push this thing before it starts making problems phase of development. And man, I wish them all the best with this. This is, again, like one of those mythical things we've been waiting for. I definitely signed up to get notifications. I'm interested in playing around with it. So good luck, everybody.
Yay.
Now, but everything I said, go back and skip when I was winding up to get out of here. It's still true. Come watch us live. LWDW over here on YouTube. Going live about, what would be your preferred time? Joe, you pick a time. Because like it's usually somewhere between 2:45 and 3-ish.
Yeah. So for me, I'm in Pacific, so it's 11:45 to 12 p.m.-ish.
And I do like to say, I wasn't joking earlier, like the show proper normally starts about 3:30, 3:45.
Correct, yeah.
If you want to pop in and just like get the show part. But if you want to show up for the pre-show, love to chat with you, love to talk with you. And you can find the podcast. It's everywhere. Like and subscribe. Leave us some comments. We would really appreciate that. And of course, a big thank you to everybody supporting this show, keeping it ad-free, no commercials, not tracking, and actually self-hosting the podcast.
Yeah.
Crazy idea, but been doing it for a long time. It's just kind of a thing I do. You can just go download it. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to worry about anybody collecting your data bits and getting your meta information. It's just a file on my CD, and there you go. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Patreon.com/Linux Gamecast. Get you the live and uncut version of the show in podcast format, custom RSS speed, and a video version of the show, not on YouTube. Higher quality audio, higher quality video, and you can download it. There you don't have to deal with the YouTubes or anything like that. So yeah, man, all you people are super awesome. Come say hi in the Discord. We will be around, but you also get your name in the credits, which are about to roll for you video listeners, and Jill's going to get a couple in the audio.
Yes, I will. So we have lots of different patron levels, including our advisor, who is Artheron in chat, our executive producers, Barbara Scott, Atomic, 12345, our Chicago Kicks Mules level, Glorious Egg Roll, Basil, Empty, our Sea Monsters, Truggy, Mike, Casey Clism, our Death Notes, Oil of Hope, Zeno, Nova, Chad, our Chairlings, Jolly, Daniel, Turbo Tree Sloth, Patrick, Fiddy in chat, who is also known as Mere PPC.
And just remember, it is October 1st, so ho, 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 merry wedding anniversary to you too.
Thank you.
Many more to come. See you next week, everybody. Have a great rest.
Bye, everyone.
Of whatever you're getting up to. Come check out the stuff I do at interfacinglinux.com if you got questions, and I'll see you over there. Bye.
Bye, everyone.